Okay, this is the second part of the 3.3 video. And we're going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines now. So everybody hopefully remembers that parallel lines are two lines that run right next to each other and never touch each other, like those two, or they could be going the other way. So the thing about parallel lines is that they always have the same slope. So their slopes are equal. Two distinct vertical lines. So if the slopes are undefined, that means they're vertical lines, remember, and those are also parallel. Now, for perpendicular lines, we have two different lines are perpendicular if their slopes are negative reciprocals. And negative reciprocals means that if we multiply their two slopes together, we should get -1. So for example, if one of them has a slope of 3/5, then the line perpendicular to it will have a slope of -5/3. So the only other thing is a horizontal line, which has slope of 0, is perpendicular to a vertical line that has an undefined slope. So how does this work? Well, all we have to do is find the slopes of both lines, and then we can decide. So on number 4, it says, decide whether line 1 and line 2, which are defined by 2 points each, are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So first, let's do line 1, and we'll call it M1, so that means the slope of L1. So we should have y2, which is 1, minus y1, which is 4, over 6 minus 2. So 1 minus 4 is -3, and 6 minus 2 is 4, and that's already simplified. So now let's do M2, the slope of the second line. That is -2 minus a +1 divided by 1 minus a -3. So -2 minus 1 is -3, and 1 minus a -3, remember subtracting a negative changes that to addition, so we have 1 plus 3, which is 4. So if we look, the slope of the first line equals the slope of the second line, which means L1 and L2, our two lines, are parallel. Okay, you guys pause the video and try number 5 on your own, and then you can come back and check your answer. So same thing, let's calculate both slopes. So M1, we have -2 minus 2 divide by -2 minus 3. -2 minus 2 is -4. And -2 minus 3 gives us a -5. Now remember, a negative divided by a negative is positive, so that one has a slope of 4/5. Okay, let's do the second slope. So we have 3 minus a negative 2 divided by a negative 1 minus 3, which gives us 3 minus a negative 2 is 5, and 1 minus negative 3 is a negative 4. So they're not equal. Let's see if they're negative reciprocals. So let's take m1 and multiply it by m2. So 4/5 times negative, times negative 5/4. And let's see, the 4's cancel each other out and leave us with 1's. The 5 and the 5 cancel out, so that's a 1 and a 1. But remember, we have this negative here. So we really have 1 times a negative 1, which is negative 1. That means that m1 and m2 are negative reciprocals. So line 1 and line 2 are perpendicular. Now, in case you've forgotten, I didn't mention this back up top, but a perpendicular line is ones that intersect each other at a right angle. And remember, right angles are 90 degrees. Okay, that's the end of section 3.3. We'll pick up with 3.4 in the next video.